Hey there, hope you're having a fantastic day in your neck of the woods. This is Michael Does Life, and thank you so kindly for joining me here once again as we continue, folks, to talk about this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3. And folks, today we have some brand new rumblings about this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3. So with that said, let's go ahead and get right to it. Now keep in mind that everything that we're going to talk about here in today's video is just rumor. Capcom has not confirmed or denied anything as of this recording. But with that said, we do have some juicy new rumors about this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3. And supposedly, this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3 is going to launch in January of 2020. So hey, it's coming out sooner rather than later. But the big rumor right now in regards to this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3 is that it's supposedly not being developed by Capcom. So the same team that did this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2 is not working on this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3, which is rather interesting to say the least. Because on one hand, it's really exciting to get new developers in there to kind of see how they tackle Resident Evil. You know what I mean? Maybe this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3 is going to cater more to the old school fans. And I had many problems with this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2, so I am all for welcoming new developers to come in and say, okay, this is what we're going to do here with Resident Evil, if it's definitely changed for the better. You know what I mean? But on the flip side of the coin, it would have been really cool to see the team from this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2 kind of tackle Resident Evil 3 here. Because they could have really learned from their mistakes, and they could have really improved upon what worked, what didn't necessarily work in this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2, and really kind of focus on making all of that better in this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3, but they're supposedly, anyway, not going to get that opportunity. So, look, we're just going to have to wait and see. Again, all of that was just rumor, but supposedly it comes from someone who is a credible leaker. But like I said earlier, if it is indeed coming out in January of 2020, then, well, we're going to hear more about this rather soon, which is exciting. I just hope that this isn't something that they threw together, and I just hope that this isn't something that continues to get kind of swept under the rug, because Resident Evil 3 is that game that did get swept under the rug, and it seems like it sort of might get that treatment once again here with this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3. I hope that's not the case, but things are sort of looking a little sketchy, iffy right now, if you know what I mean. But that's about it for today's video in regards to this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3. If you are new here, please consider subscribing to stay up to date on all of the latest rumblings in regards to this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3. I thank you so kindly for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.